Is it true or not?
Is it true that you can never go back with?
I
just
vote
to
it's not. You can go back to remain friends.
be- Well,
Remain friends, so-
before anybody answers, let me say something.
Wow.
Psychology says that it's not
Question.
possible to go back to just being friends the moment you're ready for in love with somebody, and I would say that that's true because I have personal experience to back that. Okay, first of all, when you are falling in love with somebody,
One time.
it is almost never
Hey, God.
impossible.
Okay.
Can you guys not do
Yeah, this
We will
personal,
do it.
this personal experience feels very personal.
We will
Okay.
do it.
Okay, so as I was saying,
Yeah.
the moment you have been in love with somebody, the only thing that you can never feel for the person has to be hate, as long as you no longer love the person as much as you used to. Yes. And talk to me, Ma.
So
Okay.
talk now.
So if I'm going to come in here,
Yeah.
I think first of all we have to.
It's not coming
We
here
have
now.
to be, okay, I'll come in here. We have to be sure
Oh, good.
about what we are talking about.
Yeah.
Because first of all, I think love is a commitment, pardon me.
Yeah.
And
So is friendship.
when you, and so is friendship
Yeah.
too. But I think one is exclusive,
One is more like a do or die affair.
and one is a case where, okay, it's just there, I can have this thing with you and have it with
Any
every
other
other
person.
person. And then I have this thing with you and have it with you and you alone. So, but in that
I
case,
don't think that's friendship.
I
No,
think
no, it's not a relationship.
I think-
You and you alone.
if you know that's the love.
Friendship is the you
And
and
any
every
other
Every
other
other
person.
person, yeah, that's what
I really
I'm
don't
talking
think
about.
that's friendship because if I can commune with
No, what I
freedom
mean.
in a particular way.
Okay,
It's
sorry.
not be the same
sorry.
way I'm
I don't
communing
mean.
with
I don't
freedom
mean
On the
every
same
other
level,
person.
not the
Sorry, let me
exact
correct
way.
that. Let me correct that. Then I will change that from every other person to any.
Or that
Other
person. Yeah.
So what I have with you, I can have with any
I
other
can be close
person,
with you, I can be close with that
but
person.
not every other person.
I still don't buy it. Sure.
When you get to your point, you explain that.
Different.
So like what I'm saying, yeah, they're like I think if I should have a heartbreak, what we will call friends. I think basically a lot of us have misconception about friends.
What friendship
So
is.
like we said, acquaintances, people who just used to be
Yeah.
and friends.
Say hi to
and
me.
let me be honest with you. Except maybe we have a misconception about the friendship we're talking about. The difference between friendship and in this, for me, I think the friendship we're talking about in this context, the difference between the friendship we're talking about and love as per relationship is exclusivity.
Yeah.
So what if I move away from loving you as per relationship and now we are just friends? Nothing is changing except the fact,
fact
that,
that I
we
have
are
to
no
be
longer
exclusive
committed
to
to
you.
each other
Exactly.
as per exclusivity.
Exactly.
So in that case, I don't think we can maintain our level of communication, our level of friendship and everything without having flashbacks
Of what we have had.
of what we have
it's just,
had
It's just
while
normal.
we were in a relationship.
The same way we can be friends and we talk
must
about last year. I
happen.
remember last year when we do this so thing.
It
Everybody
must
laugh
happen.
about it.
So even with your normal
What
friends, you
possible?
just talk and some
Just-
things will just come and like,
just
remember
gist
when this
about
thing
it.
happened? You remember when this thing
And
happened?
we are humans, like
So,
Daken
I just
said
think,
before
I
that.
just think
It's just
must happen.
natural for attachment to come.
Yeah.
If you are exes and you talk
What if you are not natural?
regularly, you can be supernatural. I don't know about that.
For me,
Let's talk about natural things right now. If you are exes and you guys are
See,
attached, like you talk to each other
it's-
a lot, it's
it's
just
just-
normal.
I also feel
It's just normal to get
sorry
black
to cut you
stuff.
short. I also feel part of this is when you created an experience.
Exactly.
explain
When you had
that.
an actual relationship.
When you're in a relationship and their relationship, the past relationship,
Yes,
when you're
now.
put on my bed. When I have a relationship with someone where, let me put it this way, you're my life. When I mean you were my life, 80% of my life activity had you in it. That's one. Two, we created a lot of memories together. There are people in the relationship that,
Just
for real, if you really
go out
ask, like,
and-
okay, what do you guys do in your relationship? There is nothing. So the moment they break up,
They
they
don't
really
feel
do
it.
not
They
have
can replace
memories
that
or
easily.
anything to
Yeah.
think about. So I feel your level of commitment and your level of attachment, why you were in love, will determine if you can be cool with that person
Yeah,
being
that's why I
just
said something
there,
about
or
they can
if
be your
it's not
friends.
possible.
You guys
So, but
never
I just
know.
think, well, in my opinion, it's possible and it's not possible for me. I'm in between. Thank you. I always like in between.
I'm gonna say your point. Is it possible for people that have been in love to just remain friends? To remain just friends? It's possible.
Mm.
You guys are. Then you guys now come back to from again. After now you go ask, no, they go ask now.
I'm sorry.
Every time.
It's not that
By the way,
close,
this,
but I just can't see the person and just act as if I don't know this
Because
person.
I said about acquaintances. You can be acquaintances, you can say hi to each other. But which one is not the
But why would you
exclusive?
think it's possible?
Yeah.
By the way, my trouser was made by Walata Clothing.
I'll make sure to.
So I feel like I can be close to the person.
It must stop.
Yes. We are
What?
just friends.
Ima, please, let's get
Okay, sorry.
Been serious.
No,
Let's go on.
I can. It all depends on. I don't know about the person though, but for
I
me,
said, will it be a mutual thing? Like being friends to the point where you guys can talk about. And like I said, everybody share that part.
I've had a situation whereby we break up and the person be like, please don't see me and avoid me.
Oh, why do that?
There are some persons like that. Don't see, like, we can just be cool, we can just be normal buddies. The person was even suggesting like we can be very close friends. I'm like, just give me time.
I would say that's not possible.
It's not possible. You want to knock you, boss. Not possible.
Just give me space
Wait,
for
what's-
me
what's
to
that
heal.
That you get that
Want
later.
to-
You want to
I
knock
do not
you.
know what knock means.
See, that's just it. You want to be close friends when you're exes.
You want to what?
Scam.
Are you trying to explain with the same hand you used already in mind?
I did not explain anything. though.
Continue, please go on.
So I was like, no, just give me time to heal.
Heal.
Can you say something about
When I
buttons?
decide-
Thank you. When I heal, then I can decide if I want to be close friends with you or just hi. But I can tell that like one of my ex, we still talk. Like I think last week I called him to ask him for something and he responded
Do
well.
X this way. You said that one of my ex and you're asking. No, it's not me.
It's not you,
No,
sorry.
it's not me.
One of you. Oh,
Hey.
you know.
It's not you.
I understand
Please.
your point.
So
Don't mind you.
Not me
Thank
too. I'm
you.
saying this to the
Okay,
camera.
Uncle
Not
Ken,
me.
please tell us how do
Not me,
you,
bruv.
what's your thoughts about is it possible for going back to being just friends with somebody you have been in love with? Let me explain it again. You could have gotten one more reason. You went from friends to being best friends to being
You didn't
relationship.
explain this much.
That's what it means. That's
Well,
what I
that's
was
what it
saying.
means,
No,
actually.
that's what it means.
No,
Then you
no,
guys have
I'm not
become
debating from where
like
I stand.
I got into a relationship where we did anniversary. No, not relationship. We did anniversary. Anniversary to the point that we had special moments. We had.
Wow.
I'll not go back to being just
Coming
friends.
from this point in time, I'm impressed.
you haven't healed.
I have
Exactly.
actually. I have actually. That's why I can joke about it.
See,
There are times where I
Because
can
if
talk
you
about
have,
Okay.
when you just think about, you just smile
That's
and
what- that's
just
what I'm
let
talking
go
about,
of it
exactly.
because it's in the past.
and I'm no longer
See,
even
The
experiencing
only reason why you're
There is
talking
something.
about it
There is
because of,
something.
yeah.
There is something.
If you see yourself, I'll joke about it.
There is something
very honest.
people
To
actually
be very honest.
don't get. I think we don't totally understand this healing thing
Process.
we are talking about. The fact that you have healed has nothing to do with the fact that your mind can be influenced by a memory.
Yeah.
So at that point, you healing is, I look at you, I don't feel a thing.
It doesn't freak me.
I am
It
moving
just
on.
happened.
But
Yeah.
the moment you begin to spend
Well,
time,
on
the moment you begin to
No,
dwell
we
on
do-
it,
we do have-
the moment you
It's
begin
just-
to retrace
You
yourself,
have
I mean
to-
retrace
you have to
yourself.
set boundaries.
No, see.
You have
you
to-
do have.
You
see,
have to set
we all have.
boundaries.
That's why the boundaries
No, no,
coming
no.
that you cannot be my
We all
friend.
have. See, we all have
That's why the
bad.
boundaries
We
come.
all
I
have
don't
bad-
set boundaries.
No,
So
sorry,
while I was
for your
dating you,
friend.
We
so
all
while I
have
was
bad-
dating you, I used to take you along for a program,
Events. We
and now we are broken up,
You still want to
and
be
I
there?
want to take you for
No,
that event.
no,
No, it's going to bring memories, no
It's
matter the
not
kind of feeling.
possible. There's no
Bring
way.
memories, definitely.
That's why
Well,
you have to
especially
stop something.
That
See,
is your way.
exactly.
You have to stop.
See,
We have
I'm
to.
not
but
I'm
you
not
can see.
I'm not allowed to come
See,
to my
It's
ex.
still possible.
No,
Time.
an ex.
You see,
Very
See,
possible.
you are saying.
literally, the only time I can get into a
You are
close
saying-
circle
Yes.
is when
Don't
other people are
spend
there.
time.
That's
No.
the
It's just
thing.
time.
See.
But you have to spend
You know what
time
you
with
guys?
friends.
What you guys? Well, no, what you guys are elaborating is having a close friend.
So friend,
Having a friend
what is
and
friendship
having a
to
close
you?
friend, they are two different
my
things.
bro.
Friendship to you.
See,
No.
see, if
What
we're
is
not
friendship
on
to
camera,
you?
I will just kiss you right now.
Freedom.
I'm telling you the
Freedom.
truth, guy.
No.
It's different.
Plenty homo.
It's different.
That's it.
Like,
No,
okay,
that's why I
let's-
said
let's put a
there are
pause.
different levels.
This
There are
was
different
the
levels.
same
It's
time.
the
It's
same
not
way.
like
It's the same way you have habits, characteristics. Like there are persons who there's an extent to which we are friends with, and there's somebody else who
Even
that
with the extent,
go
you still spend
beyond.
time with them, yes or no?
I
Even
do.
Even the,
See,
exactly.
no, even me not dating you, I have friends who we don't go as far as going out often. But you
But
not
you
say
guys
that
spend
person
time
we are
probably
not friends.
online,
Okay,
you talk
see,
over the phone. Or
It don't
something.
mean you
See,
talking
that's
over
what
the
they are
phone does not
saying.
mean
Even-
anything.
even
You
if-
going out for
it all
shows
boils
does not
down-
mean
see.
anything. To me,
It all boils down.
personally,
it all boils down.
it
It all boils
doesn't
down.
mean
If I'll take out my
anything.
time
See.
to talk to you on phone, if I'll take out my time to go out with you, because my time is very precious to me, I'll take out my time, I'll dress
That's
up.
it. It's
I'll go out
what
with
it's
you.
what you
You
take.
cannot just be a
there
normal
was
person.
one-
for
Do
me
you
to
know
do
why
that.
you are saying it?
You cannot be a normal person for me
see,
to do that for
that's
you.
why you are,
No,
the
nah.
reason why you are saying it is because you are looking at the motive behind why you do these things.
Yes, I have to have a reason. It has
That's
to be my
my-
actual
no,
friend for me to
wait.
do extreme things.
Come
for me.
on.
I cannot
If-
go out
has
to
to
my
be a reason
I
for
cannot
everything.
just
If-
do things.
No, there has to be like I mean it depends on your motive. There's a motive for everything. So it depends on the motive you have behind you taking your phone to text. I can spend time with a friend for like more than I would normally in my normal sense do. But even after then I will still not take it as it's something special
Because you are friends.
because we are friends. I don't know how to explain this, but just because I take out my time to text you or we take our time to talk doesn't mean I am going beyond the normal.
My time is my time is very
Friendship.
precious.
No, apart from time,
It's
Very
based on how you
very
see
precious.
what you do. Like some persons see you being kind to them as you having interest in them.
Yeah.
Why there are some persons who they just don't they
Take it
just
as
see it as a
normal,
normal
normal
thing.
thing.
No, you are talking about some persons, but this
Please,
has to be
let's
with
put a
someone
pause.
you have had
Something with.
With
before. Now, see something. It is
Exactly.
there's every possibility.
The person in that which that
wait,
you still been in love with them.
see, there's
It's
every
just
possibility
normal.
that
It depends
you
on how
are.
you guys
it's
decide to
not
be.
normal.
No,
It's
it
just
depends on how you
How do
know
people fall in
someone.
love?
How do
No.
exactly how do people fall in
No,
love?
see, it
See,
depends on how.
actions,
let me tell you.
communication.
Wait, let me
not
tell you
nothing.
something.
It depends
Let me
on
tell
how you choose to build your friendship
let me
after
tell
the
you.
breakup.
See, you falling in love with somebody, it's a feeling you grow yourself.
How they take the ground?
Let me tell you don't just wake up. I love this person.
How they take the ground?
See, let me tell you.
It's
You
misconception that will lead you
spending
into
time and
being
doing all
in
those
love
things,
again.
like
Men
how
still
you
fall
need
into
to
that
still
part
be
again.
themselves. More than
those
less.
ones not see. Let me not say no.
Many.
Let me wait. Let me not say
They're not
those ones
best-
not.
they are not besties.
Those ones
Not besties,
they
they're not friends.
actually
That's what I'm
want
saying.
to.
They are not
See,
besties.
it's
It's just
different when you want to do
emotion.
something. It's different. See,
Let's-
come on, you
let's-
don't,
no,
you
don't-
don't,
let's
don't,
do
you not
don't
act
mistake
with it.
emotions.
Let's
Don't
go
miss
for
am.
this business.
Don't mistake
With one.
emotions
Please,
with
Yeah,
that
but
please,
I'm not
please.
saying
Guys,
no.
control over
Right
your
or
One
wrong.
moment. I've actually had to again to talk to you.
What your
Well,
friend?
I've
Sir,
not
let's
said
listen to
anything.
you.
Oh, sorry,
Sorry,
sorry.
sir.
Sir, I'm sorry,
Sorry.
sir.
Sir.
Sir, talk to us, sir.
Okay.
I mean, see, after
Oh,
this,
God.
share one bit.
One more Ethereum.
I'm waiting
Oh,
down back to
God.
Oh my God.
You are back to.
Well, listen to you, sir. I know that quiet means that you know.
Okay.
Sir.
Point. See point. Want to bombard
Yeah.
the point. Oh, yeah, give us some. What's up?
Mm.
Well, let me start by saying being friends with somebody is quote exclusively after a breakup or yes or no, it's possible. I will explain yes and no. And the end.
So you want to
I'll
be in
tell
between?
you where I stand.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to ask a question. How do you think it is to forgive and forget?
I think forgiving is a thing, but forgetting.
Forgetting is not possible because
Forgetting
you
is
have
not
a
possible.
memory.
But you can
wahala,
forget
oh.
the pain, not the
You
events.
you
Okay, wait.
actually
You can forget
you
the
actually
pain.
can you
Forget
can
the
ignore
pain,
the
not
pain,
the
not forget.
You can actually forget the pain.
Ignore, not forget. Why I say you cannot
There's something I
forget?
cannot feel. I don't know how they feel.
You have a
Forgot how they
mind.
feel.
No, it
You
depends.
do not have control of whatever stays
In your
in
mind.
your mind.
Sure.
No matter how much you try to forget, anything can trigger. Anything.
Question:
anything.
can you control what stays in your mind or not?
I can control what is dominant in my mind.
can decide to not ponder on it at that point.
That's
Back to
telling
you.
you it's possible. That's telling you it's possible.
Okay,
It's possible. You can't-
explaining the
Yes,
context
I
of
think you
friendship.
can.
Yeah.
Let me first of all go by plan A. It depends on how you guys became friends.
Yes.
Very important.
Very important.
How you became friends. If you were not very good friends and no good communication as friends before you now go into relationship, after the parting, there is a sure odds that
You die.
you die. And you know what happens? Both of you start being negative.
Towards you.
There might be some things you probably have been seeing or probably have been seeing in the
Or
course of the
You're
relationship.
blind to it because
And
of the fact
yes,
that you know.
probably that's why they say love is blind, but now
Yeah.
love has 4 eyes. You can see very well.
Don't be eyeglass.
All those things, you know,
After the breakup
You have to
occurs,
be clear.
you guys will start picking faults.
Yes, that's
Maybe probably in the relationship you can hit your head and say big head and you laugh over it. After the relationship,
You're not
Don't
trying
call me
to
big
make- eh? Who is big head?
so everything becomes annoying about the person. Let me speak from life experience. Okay. Sometime I was in this whole saga and after everything,
Candy
It's
eh,
like a Tyrion.
after everything, even good morning sounded so annoying to me. Like,
Thank you.
what is good from this morning from you?
That's good money meaning.
Like, you understand? Because actually we didn't build it on a strong base or as a good friend. Good friend, so we became that particular thing. And again, the reason why it is not possible, still supporting the point is because you guys have shared so much secrets or so much revealed so much things, and now going back to just being strangers with my secret, there is this risk or this level of insecurity that comes along. So when you see this person, automatically your body just build a repulsive mechanism to this person because you know he has or knows something that is vital to you, and when shared out probably might become detrimental to you. So your mind just automatically phantom this my stay from one person.
Patrick Obayan boys learning.
Continue to analyze.
Oh Jesus. So that's how it is, this resentment. Your mind, that is what actually brings that negativity and that anger, that hate. Now again, if it was built on a good base and both of you were matured enough to venture into a relationship, you know, like we said, the reason why this I will mostly stand with no is because there was something intimate or something went on in the relationship that was outside, you know, in a good way.
Traditional.
Good, so not something that's transpired. This is where it becomes a no after a breakup to actually become best of friends again or good friends. It will take a great deal of maturity
Yeah, not
to become good friends and just be platonic,
Yes.
not crossing the line. You know where
So what do you call
discuss
this?
to.
Yeah, you go to Plateau State. You can go to Plateau
I am
State.
maturity.
So, but see something.
It takes a great level, Abi.
Yeah.
That means you're not supposed to mature way. If not, it's not possible.
At that point,
Maturity is
I
not
was
just
Impossible,
age. oh.
Impossible.
At that point,
Maturity
at
is
that
not
point,
just
But
age.
maturity is not about age. Oh. It takes a lot of experience.
See,
Emphasis.
at that point,
She's emphasizing on
this-
maturity.
Exactly.
this all boils down to a decision.
Ah,
So
Jesus.
now you still have the feelings, but there is a decision.
That means you
it
are
will-
still
you are-
in
you are
love
not going to brood
with
it.
them. That means you are still in love with them.
But the point
No, no,
That means you are still in love
there
with them.
is still a feeling,
In
even though
there.
you do nothing
But see,
about
see,
it.
That means you are still in love with them.
Let's understand this. When a breakup happens, believe me or believe me,
There's always
there
a
is still a party that is still in love.
Thank you.
a big part.
Thank you.
To be honest.
Because
Thank you.
let's
I
go.
shall not say no be this
No,
party.
I'm coming. I'm coming. Let's go to the
be you.
deal of this.
It might not be you.
No
Of
matter
this
what,
issue.
no
See,
matter what
See, you
happens.
might still be in
No, but the
love.
See,
funny
if it was even a crazy breakup where it was violence
you
or
will
this
kill
or that,
yourself.
when everything calms down,
You still remember
you
those
get
times
to
when it
that
was good.
stage,
What
like,
differentiates?
you can remember that
It's-
person
it's-
in years.
That's what
Where
we
you are
say.
with
All
a
these
new
things-
I saw
partner,
in news.
and there is this thing that this
What
I saw something on
differentiates?
Twitter.
What
Just flashes
differentiates
in your mind
a
like,
stranger
ah,
from an acquaintance?
I
saw
from
something
an
on Twitter,
acquaintance, from
sorry,
a
put
friend.
it on pause.
This man got
Maybe
married.
it's
All
your
depends on
already
the emotions.
Freedom.
It all depends on
this
how
couple,
you
eh,
Oh,
This couple have been married for over 20 years. 20 years. 20 extra years. Randomly one day I started crying. Why? She remembered my ex-boyfriend.
Exactly.
20 years extra.
She's not
No,
mature.
no, she's not
Extra
mature. She
years.
never
I
let go
had
of
I
it.
had
Help me.
I had
She
instances
never
like
let
that
go
where
of it.
where I
20.
started
Nobody
with
should
Never
just
stop.
let
No.
go.
No.
20 years of relationship, let's go.
You know that was
Yes.
just, I said it can take.
See, do you
There are
know why?
some days
Ask
where
her why
I
she
want to
got into
talk.
that
There are some days
relationship
there are some
that
information
that
I
she's
want
not
to
married
share.
for 20
But
years.
I know
So
Ah,
persons
there is
leave-
this
when
person
persons
that
leave
can
a
receive.
relationship, they pull into another in order to run away from what they're experiencing in a relationship.
Let me
Just
speak
what
in
they're
line with that.
and that
I-
becomes very unhealthy
Problem.
for the both of you.
I had been in instances like that where I tried to start something with somebody and she was still reminiscing about her past. Any small discussion,
My ex.
something would just ring or just remember her about her past and she start mentioning it. And trust me, as guys, it's annoying.
No, not just as guys, even as girls.
It's annoying.
Yes,
As people.
Like what Freedom
That's
is about,
annoying.
what Freedom said just now is this: we must understand this simple fact. I was about saying it and I'll round off and then allow us to throw more light on it. Some persons actually did not properly let go of their past relationship before they entered another. Science has it that it takes about 6 to 1 year, 6 months to 1 year to emotionally detach from somebody. Relationship.
And how do you do that? By saying away, Abby?
Okay.
I say
stay
anyway,
there.
Abby.
No,
Yeah.
not they put word for a mouth.
No,
This my partner, so
How do you do
See,
that?
I
By
will-
saying
I will-
away.
I will detach from you.
Emotional
I will detach from
detachment
you,
if
this
you
girl.
maintain
See,
the same
communication.
If you
Just
thank
stay
you.
away.
Oh, but
That's
wait,
the
you
point.
don't-
I was
Just
about going
stay
there.
away.
So now
see,
let me, I
stay
want
away
to
from
throw
us.
this question to the house.
Yeah.
Sorry. How do you fall in love with someone you have never seen?
Thank you.
Constant communication.
Thank you. I was about going there. See, you might, a bulk of us will agree that it takes distance, separation
Actually.
to actually, but
Completely.
communication is the senior of that. You know why? See, you get in love actually, one of the fastest we understand from books is from communication.
Yeah.
What you communicate about. Okay, my father gave me this illustration. He said, you see girls, be careful what you told them. Or what you tell them, sorry. It was the past tense where he told. Because he gave an instance. I may promise your mother today that I'll give her 1,000 naira tomorrow. And if by tomorrow I give her 50,000, she will still ask me how far. Okay, kindly advise every boy out there, don't promise to get money. I beg, no
Yes,
try.
sir, yes, sir, yes, sir,
No
yes, sir,
try.
yes, sir, yes, sir,
If
no
you want that
try.
peace of mind, know this and no peace, don't promise to get money.
Yeah.
Please. Now, going back to what I was saying, communication is one of the things that makes people fall in love faster. If after the breakup you decide to separate and run away, the day we still talk, there's a level of memory that will still hit you back.
Yeah.
That's why I started by saying it takes a great level of maturity, and I was about concluding. This is it. Why do I say that? If after the breakup, after the intimacy, whatever, we come to a dialogue that this is it again. I don't know how the breakup happened for you guys, but for me, the one that happened, it was a dialogue like, okay, see, and this is why I would not want this is why I would not want this. I think it is best for us to go our separate ways. It was on a mutual understanding, like, okay, see. It was quite painful and all that, but it is better to accept that hurt than to.
Hello, my name is Princess. If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free. There are creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
Live with it for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Because I would not end up marrying somebody who I would look and then start regretting why did I, and so open your eyes, love no blind again, then they see, so no marry for pity or whatever. So when I after that dialogue or whatever, we made a concrete solution or resolution that, see, we are going to be friends and to be strictly platonic, nothing is involved, so we have boundaries set. You see it now. We still talk every day and laugh. We just aside as best of friends. You might still think we are still dating. But we know we are not. Even if inside my mind or inside her mind, we probably might still be.
Because you guys are still in love.
I'm coming now. That's what I was trying to say. We might still have some fraction of love
You can be
enough,
friends and be
but
in
we
love.
already understand, and it is clear that
You
I
being
did
friends,
not
you
say
being
you
friends
have
with
to be in
somebody,
a
friends,
relationship.
love,
I did not say you
naturally.
Not the love now.
See, let me say
You
something.
being
Let me say
friends with
something.
somebody is
Let me say
love.
something.
See,
If
that's
you
what I've
don't,
been trying. That's
you
what
don't
I
Love
was about
and
to say.
being love is not the same thing.
It's the same thing. In love and
That
on
means you
top
love your
love,
girlfriend the
in
same way you love your
between
friend.
love,
That means you love your
beside
girlfriend the
love.
same way you love your friend.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Yes, that's what you're
See,
saying.
No, see.
You are in love
Princess,
with her, you love your
Princess,
friend. There's a
Princess,
difference.
Here's your motive. Before you say you fall in love with someone, you first have to love that person as a friend.
That's where it starts from. That's what I'm saying. You cannot go back to that stage because
No.
You can still go back
No,
to
you
that
can't go back
stage.
higher.
See,
you can't
you are
can't have the
wait,
motive of being friends with a stranger and saying you don't want to have
Check,
any emotions
check,
attached.
wait,
People are not
wait.
being
They were
friends.
talking
I'm
about
sure you
being
are getting my
exclusive.
point. Oh.
This time you are just
No.
taking away the
Let me read this play
exclusiveness.
He's not done, no.
Sorry,
Sorry.
sir.
no problem. I like listening to people
I
talk.
don't
So
know
right. See, okay, let me just try and wrap this up. You know, issues like this, topic like this, even to our
I'm sorry.
listeners hearing us,
What is
sorry,
Be-
topic
be-
like this.
Don't worry, I don't know.
Even to our
Like
listeners,
that.
probably
Yeah.
they have their own view or
Yes.
counter views to this.
Trust
The
me.
point here is from my own opinion or from my money as idioms will have it. It is simple. How you met matters. It will determine how your breaking up will be.
One more time,
See,
one more time,
how you met
Let
matters.
me say one
Okay.
thing before we continue. Let me really say it. Maybe we don't understand.
Okay.
Psychology says
Yeah.
once you fall in love, there is no way back to being just friends. If you go back to being just friends,
The
it's like you're
emotions
still
are
in love.
there.
On one person
the
was
emotions-
never in love with you. It's not
Okay.
possible not to still
That was why I
that
said
same
for
way
my
with
own
the person.
opinion, I said yes and no, and I've been able to explain the other part. Now the second part is this.
So since you have been platonic friends, you have never had.
He said in his
No.
mind
See,
sometimes.
that was why I said it takes understanding to now know where you start. Like you
But the
understand
feelings
where
still
you are
come, yes or
now.
no?
You said
Do the feelings come?
the feelings come. You have to suppress it. The better.
Does it
What do we
come?
come? That's what we
Okay,
are
for
talking
me,
about
for
now.
I don't know about that person, but for me, sometimes
For you,
it
it
comes.
does.
It's
that's
just
what we are
that's what we're
talking
saying
about.
that
No,
you must
I'm
still
coming.
feel that love
Yes.
for that
But the way
person.
Yes,
you handle
but
it.
But
That's
the
not- that's not my
psychology
case.
No,
is
see.
I'm
saying
not saying you sleep
not
with them or
for
I'm not saying you
me.
get into a
Every
relationship. I'm
other
saying you
person.
still
Let me
feel
tell you,
the
every
love
other
for
person
them.
know
You know
how
what
to
you're
handle
saying? Why?
something.
Because you are still single, so it's gonna be harder.
Okay. Before you throw more light on that. See, okay, to everyone listening,
Yes,
listening out there,
that's
the reason why I can relate to this is because probably
Why
I'm
would you
still
be
single,
throwing
so
my partner?
it hits me on my
We're
left
actually all
chest.
single here. Except Lexi.
No, I'm not single.
Freedom is not single.
I'm not single. One with crisis.
Six,
One with
okay.
crisis majority.
No, it's
Okay, now
not
let me try
single
and
in a
my
relationship.
point.
I'm not in a relationship.
Single.
Well, I saw on your status that
Nothing
you
defined.
have up to 6 boyfriends.
Why they
I want
why they
to have-
avoid the word
I'm
single?
single.
You
I'm
know why?
single.
Because the minute you decide to start off something with somebody else,
I'm not sure
You
you
have-
guys got my question. I'm not saying
No.
you do anything
Wait,
with them.
psychology.
I'm saying-
no, I'm not saying you do
Psychology
anything.
says
Okay.
once you
saying
fall in love,
psychology.
there is no going back to
And
being
now-
just
are
friends.
Now we are telling
If you go back
psychology
to being
to come
just
Let
and
me,
friends,
let me
rephrase.
round off my point.
Okay,
Let me round-
Psychology
let me
come
round
and
off.
finish.
rephrase.
Yeah, let me round up there. We can start
Yeah.
start saying our things. See, okay, before I attend to the psychology stuff, I was about concluding on something. Some persons leave their past relationship and venture into a new one without trying letting go.
Yes.
That's what we call bandage.
Yes.
It's like putting a bandage on injuries. It's still there, but with the bandage, it's as if you don't have injuries again. Abi? But after you let go of the bandage, you see the injury.
Yeah.
Some persons come out, they are still hot, and they venture come down. You're not actually, they don't love you. You're just a bandage for that particular time.
Just
So
try.
when they are kind of healed, they break up with you and they leave. That kind of situation, you can never be best of friends or become friends after that relationship because it's
Because you are trying to run away
yes,
from.
yes, and somebody will now start feeling I've been used or whatever. Yeah, correct,
Yeah.
right?
Some people actually do that. They make sure to get into relationship and use this person. So
So,
heal.
so according to that
That's why-
psychology stuff, the question says
That's
psychology has it that
You are
that
sounding strongly personal.
psychology has it that
I
it's
know, no,
not
no, I'm not saying
possible,
you've
right,
done,
to
I'm saying
return
you
to the
have
state
done
of
I've
being
seen people
friends.
do it. I know people that have done it. So
Can
it's
you
painful.
record the question for me?
Psychology says once you fall in love, there is no going back to being just friends.
Okay, now the person
Just
or whoever the persons or whoever made
Like,
that
we are not planning on
conclusion.
growing the
See,
friendship.
I believe it has passed through hypothesis and maybe they conducted their own research, asked on different
Yes.
persons, and they concluded to that. Those are persons
That's
or people's
psychology. Did it come to
opinions
Africa?
that
Let
they
me
brought
extend
together.
psychology.
Okay.
It also says that if you go back to being just friends,
Yes.
it means you were never in love or you are still in love.
Okay, if you go back to just being friends, you can still not be in love.
That means you were never in love.
You're never in love. You could also be damn deep in love and come out after breakup and still be friends and still not be in love.
I
Yes, if psychology has that.
You
I
want not- so
have
you're
faced
not-
a
so
life
you're
reality
not
of that.
planning
I
to
just told
date.
you that there's somebody who we were so much in love together, and after the breakup, like we are still best of friends. That's why I said it might be from one party, but from me right now. From me, wait now, guys, understand me. From me right
That's
now,
why the
I don't have
concept
any
of
feelings
what
anymore.
love-
Okay, let me say something. Let me say something. Before I said that I'll never be friends with any ex, it was because after the breakup, there was yeah. No, it didn't break my heart. I did not even hear that. After the breakups, we had conversations where, and it was let's go back to being together continually. But by the time they do again. Okay, if you want to go back, I'm not
That's
talking
for
to
you. That's
No,
for you.
that-
That's
no,
what
that's
I
it.
totally
It
know.
was
both
talking
sides.
about you guys
going back to be together. I wanted to
not being
I wanted to
friends.
just say hi
And
to
so
him.
from his own angle, he was not planning on being
Exactly.
friends.
So even if I did
So
not have
that's from
intention,
him.
yes.
Thank you.
That is
See,
talking about
see,
being just
and that is the reason
We
why
can
I will not
both-
agree with that psychological
We
fact.
can
You know why?
both
See,
decide
in
to
the
be
world of
just
science,
friends.
okay, thank God I happen to be a medical chemist, alright? So in the science world, we can.
Ouch. we can listen. We're listening.
We are listening.
God, having somebody that freedom here. Oh Jesus. See. I can disagree with your theory or fact or your laws and give you the reasons why. That's psychology and it's science proven. So I can also disagree and say no because this is what I also have seen from my own research. Thank you.
I've
Now,
gathered it in Africa.
thank you because from my own, like she just said now,
Okay,
it still,
like,
it still constantly messages you or and tells you that okay, let's go back to
Whenever there's a communication.
communication.
wants to
I
bring
tell you
back-
that the person I'm with right now, we still communicate, but we set your boundaries and just
See,
know.
I have an
It
ex.
doesn't.
Last time that we were in a relationship like 4 years ago, or 5 years ago.
You see?
Whenever
Yeah.
I mistakenly pick his call.
Yes.
See? Okay, let's just set.
For
let's
me,
just, see, let's
for me,
set it
even
straight.
okay, there was a time
See,
we
the
played
pos-
about. There was a time we
see.
played about our past. Like the person that was, we just played and laughed about it. We were able to manage that. For me, I didn't feel an atom of anything called feeling or even any emotion, any whatever sugar rush or
That's
adrenaline
what
rush in
happens.
me. I just saw it as normal because to an extent, to an extent, I think I've gained some prowess in
But
that.
you know how she felt.
That's the point I cannot
See,
tell. I'm giving my own.
That's mutual.
I'm
No,
giving my own.
Not really.
See, the
I'm giving my own.
possibility,
For me, I
the
did not. I
possibility
did not.
of you
And
guys being friends is on both sides.
That's mutual.
That's the essence of being friends. In the
Well,
first
you know why?
place.
Okay, let me just say this. Let me just say this at the end.
That's
I think the
essence
reason
of-
why.
One person assumes that I can be friends with you and the other person does not agree. That means you cannot
Good.
be friends.
The reason why.
Yes.
Good. That's why I
That's
saw
what I'm
it.
trying to say.
So now you are saying it can happen.
No.
Simple.
Both of you just have to agree.
It can happen.
Thank you. And that's why
and
I'm. That's
it's
why
almost
see.
never possible for both
Let's
people to
bring it-
agree.
That is why I'm
Let's
using. I'm using a life
Let's bring it- let's
experience.
bring it
I'm using a
down.
life
Okay, let
experience.
me put this way. See,
Okay.
see, there are different situations. Two people who never loved each other. A relationship where one loved the other person more than the other person loved
Yeah.
him or her,
Yeah.
and a situation where two people were in love. A case where two people never loved each other but had a relationship. And easily
They
just
can easily just move on now.
and just be gisting.
What I want
The
to
one
do
where there was a case where one loved each or loved the other
That's
person
happened.
and the other person could not. They can't go back to being just friends
Because some
because the
person is
person
still
who
going to
had the
the most
stronger
feeling
love
will still
wants
be
to
making
kill that feeling when he
Exactly.
or she knows it is not reciprocated, and at that point automatically the person wants to run.
Yes.
The two people that can
Still have to.
then the case where there are two persons that love each other, they can be friends. They will set
Because
boundaries
it
and
is
this and
mutual.
that. But what everything always takes time, and like you have been saying, it depends on how you got there.
Yes.
Relationships that are built on stages of friendship
Yeah.
are always very strong,
Yes.
and even when they are not committed to each other, they still have this connection. They
Yes.
still have this friendship and all. They are still in love.
Yes.
So in a case where, don't put words in my mouth. Though.
Exactly.
In a case,
Princess, not the rate you are
in a
writing him.
case, in a,
You are leading him on. You are leading him on. Leave him alone.
You have to round up
Say
too.
your point.
sorry,
Ah.
let me wrap this up.
Cow,
In a
point
case
your
where
point.
two people are in love,
Yeah.
they can break up and tell themselves and set boundaries and this. And here we miss this love thing. Is I think yeah, we actually do have a total misconception of love. Because love actually, it's not for me, it's for the other person. Let me quickly explain that.
I understand.
So someone said we fight. I asked the person, will you fight for me? And the person said, we fight with the strength love gives. What that means is, I will fight for you.
If you
I
love
know.
me,
Based,
I know.
no, not if you love me
Based
enough.
on how
I know who wrote that.
It's actually not if you
That's a
love
very
me
smart
enough.
move.
It's I will fight
Focus me.
for you based on the amount of love I have for you. And the amount of love we have for you is going to be influenced by the amount of love you also have for me.
actually.
So at the end of the day, well, so what I'm trying to say in essence is, if we're in a relationship, the priority is not for me to need you to make me happy. Normally, love is supposed to be for me to make you happy,
Yeah.
and for you to
Make
make me happy.
Yeah.
So in a case where we break up, if we were in love, like we are saying,
Actual love.
we care about, at that point we care about, okay, what is ahead of this? What is it from here? Okay, now we can't do this anymore. Why? We agree on, because at that point I'll beg you to want to get you back.
Can still be
But
in love and
if-
not in a relationship.
If it is you are no longer happy with me,
Yeah.
and at that point I love you, thank you. I like what you said.
Just
You
be
can't
in
love
love and
and
not be in a
not be in a-
relationship.
I can love you enough
Vice versa.
to let you go.
That's friendship.
If letting you go is what is going to make you happy.
Thank you.
Because at that point, I care about your happiness. But see something, we can be friends, we will set boundaries. But we will never be friends who never think of the love we shared.
Yes.
It's not
It's
possible.
not possible.
You, at
You
some
must think
point,
about it.
you will
not
think about it.
possible.
But then you have the power to
But
set
thinking
boundaries and
wait.
say, no, it's not going to
But
go.
thinking
more
about it
than
doesn't
friends.
mean you are still in
That's
love.
why that's no.
Meaning you can be friends.
No.
No,
No, I can think about how much I love you.
And you still feel some rush of
And I'll
feelings.
still-
No.
You know, go
No,
feel any rush
yes.
of feeling.
No,
No, I
see,
will
see, you
not.
guys didn't let me complete.
No.
The
See.
point here is this.
See, you will
That's
For
it,
me,
fine.
for
You
me,
will not
I tell you
feel it.
today,
See,
I don't
you talk,
feel
sorry,
it.
sorry,
You know what, yeah.
sorry to cut you, bro. You talked about boundaries, and you see that boundaries of a thing. That's the thing. Now I explained something. I said friendship. When you're dating somebody, you are actually, the relationship is actually a friendship. When I'm dating you, it's actually just a friendship. But at that point, it is just between, with exclusivity. It's just
Yes,
the
Because
both
we
of us.
plan on growing it beyond
So
the
if
friendship level.
we break up, like we are no longer committed together, a lot of things are going to have to crash.
Including the friendship.
No.
Yes.
The exclusiveness we go.
See, when
Just
you say
friendship
when you say
will be
these
there.
things, when you say you have
Simple.
to exclude these things, it's because you are no longer planning on growing it beyond the friendship level.
It's just
I think we're going to leave this part to our
let
audience
me
to continue.
let me just say
Before
something.
the entertainers have to
Let me
round
just
up.
say something. See, alright. So what I was saying is, it takes a great deal of maturity to be in love. So love is for the matured minds. And let me try round off my point, so we can all call this a day. The thing is this: for me, the reason why I would not still have that prick of feeling to go back to that former, that prick of feeling to go back to that former state is because there was a concrete dialogue. We met and we spoke about it. It is for the better. Yes, it's for the better of two of us for the future. Because if we decide to still carry on, maybe our adventure, one party might become emotionally constipated, and at the end you go into another relationship, you are feeling so shattered, and I don't want to put people's life after me that you may be in danger, because you not take them as a bandage to run off from this constipated state that you are. Now the point is this: in a nutshell, yes, in a nutshell, I will not agree with that psychological fact that says it is not possible, because with a good dialogue, communication, like agreement with both parties, it is possible.
100%.
Possible. Both of you can talk, and nothing, you won't get to talk about that. And when you talk about that point, you won't even feel that
You won't act
going
on
back, whatever. Yes, because there was yes, it might be painful. In fact, it will be painful. You might reminisce
It's
about the
always
past you
painful
had,
to
but having the
experience
feeling to now become lovers again. No, you can become best of friends. I'm a practical example of that. Now again, I also agree, because with the era we are now, we have so many young lads diving into a relationship with the wrong reason and whatever. So when they come out, they're not properly
See,
not
that's-
legible to
okay.
understand what to do.
Quick,
Sorry,
Round up, sir.
sorry. For
We need everybody to round up.
again, I will
We
give
have
this
time.
advice
Yeah.
to everybody out there. Before you say you want to go talk about love or start a relationship, please make sure at least you have read 1 or 2 books that talks about
Exactly.
relationship. So when you are there, you're not trying to get because some experiences you might not live out of it. So 11 experience doesn't mean it must be your own. People's experience, because your experience might drown you and you won't be able to come out of it. So in a
Thank you
nutshell,
very much, sir. We appreciate your presence and your words.
Thank you,
Let's
thank you.
round up. Okay, freedom. Let's hear
quick,
from you.
quick advice, everybody. Just before,
Please, let's go on. There's no time. I have
Okay.
to talk something.
Start
Just-
again before I go to cut that part.
Just before.
I drop the zebra and cut
Shit.
okay, fine. Okay, quick advice, everybody. Before you get into a relationship or anything, first thing first, understand the concept of love.
So that
No.
that's read book.
Know what love is. Know the different kind of love. So know where your state, where you are standing, your state of maturity in the different aspect of love. If you know you can't start something as being friends, then your concept you can't start
Thank
anything
you.
at
Most people
all.
will ask you about 2 minutes. I want you to date them.
Like what she said just now.
but it's
like what
too much in this
like
era.
what she
That's
said.
the norm now.
Like what she said now that you know now you put we what they are based on her slang knack.
I'm
That's
saying like
that
no.
is a different concept of love that a lot of persons these days use. So just because you have this
capitals and love.
They knock the wood now with nail and hammer.
Yeah, we call it capitals love.
Oh, God.
yeah, you guys nailed that one on the head, no problem. So basically all we are saying is how you choose to build a relationship is what determines if it's possible or if it is not. I have like I can have a cousin or a brother, okay, or a sister who I can be best friends with and not have anything intimate with. How is that possible? Our understanding of love. I can reciprocate the same thing with somebody who is not blood related. Who you see as a friend and who you see as how would I put it now, an apple you want to eat from.
Why do you
Depends. It depends on the understanding
Nah, how many love you don't know?
of love. of love. So if you choose to, or maybe when you break up with someone and you choose to be friends with that person, what aspect of love are you looking at when you are choosing to build that relationship? If you know you deciding to build this relationship from the friendship level based on your maturity and understanding may lead into something you know it will bring that hurt again, then you know it's not possible to be friends. But if you have a proper understanding of love on both sides and you know what you are growing and how you're going to grow it, then it's most likely possible. Very, very possible. If you're getting into another relationship while being with this person, it's going to cause a lot of chaos. It's not going to happen. Just suck it up.
So you are saying it's possible and it's not possible.
Suck it up.
Uncle, yeah, Emily.
Keep your pride and let it go.
Yeah, thank you very much for that.
What I want to say is probably not very much related to this, but still on love. In conclusion, I would advise anybody who wants to be in love or who wants to be in a romantic relationship, love relationship, whatever. If you're going to get into a relationship, be in a competition with your partner. Explain that, right? So if you want to be in a competition with your partner, how?
That's spicy.
What are we talking about? Fight to love that person more than they love this. So there's a situation where I want to love you more than you love me, and there's a situation where you want to love me
There has to be
more
that,
than I love you.
that proper standard.
There will never be a balance.
It's a
But where
foundation.
I want to do more and you want to do more, the relationship will never lack love. So There's nothing wrong if I want to call you more than you want to call me. I want to check on you
I want
more
to buy
than you want to check
something.
on me.
and
Then we just get home and like, honey, I want to make you something. And I'm like, no, I want to make you something. Before you know, 12 of us are in the kitchen.
But if that,
Before you know, we let out the ground.
then-
Food are bomb.
With PG 18. But
Very
But
good.
for real. So in conclusion, just I think we have been so damaged to the extent that we think it is bad if we actually love people more.
Yeah. We'll talk about that now.
It's a
next
level
episode.
of being damaged, but we do not know that.
I think it's
Life has been so damaged right now that
Some
we
people-
think that we actually do think we have
I'm being
to receive
entitled to
more
somebody else's.
than we give. We actually do have to love more than we receive. So if everybody has that mindset, I don't think we would lack love.
That's really cool. Amaka, please, let's round up quickly.
I really don't have what to say right now because everything that was
Okay,
said.
let me borrow your time to say something. If we
Before
can
it
change
gets to
the
your time.
concept of the kind of love we have,
Yeah.
I mean this current dispensation, it will be
Yeah.
better. Because every of the love, they all want to go into,
Most of the laws we
before
have
you
these
know,
days
they
is-
start,
it's always,
as
it's
you
always,
said,
it's always
NACK.
I mean, you get into a relationship in a month. What do you know about the person?
And before you know, they're already NACK. So instead of doing that, don't rush them far.
There's actually a key to it.
That's why I said it's
like
a
chemical
machine.
compound.
You're done to carpenter.
NSK
Yes, like NACK too. Like, please. Everyone out there listening, to our young people and to every generation, please,
I beg.
please,
That's where we
you
get
can
from.
decide to make it just
Take your
platonic.
time. If you want to read love,
Don't
special,
just
you
run
can
into
take your
this.
time to know this person as well.
Let not
I'm
every
sorry, it's 1
expression
year. I've known this for
Okay, that's
let not every expression of love have something intimate in it.
okay. You don't have to always get physical.
And that is
Don't
why
have
I would
always
agree by saying, nonetheless, I know this is like a social gathering or whatever, but there is a standard of love we should emulate, which is the love of Christ. So if you can follow
real.
that, as stated in the good book, I don't think you. Okay, let's look at Christ. Despite everything we did to him, heartbreak.
He still loves us
We
regardless.
broke his heart. In fact, some of us broke his heart.
I think that's my
after
only
everything,
motivation.
and yet,
Yeah.
so that's a perfect example for us to follow. But with the verses we have
most
around
times when I
now,
think of the things people do, and I'm
You're
like,
giving enough reason not to love.
and I'm like urged to like, man, well, look at what this person did. I'm done. I'm this and that. And then I think of the things that I've done, and God still does the things He does for me. So if He can, and I'm trying to be like Him,
Then you can.
then why can't
yeah, I
I?
can't. So you see why I don't actually agree with that science fact. As
Yeah.
well.
Okay, guys, thank you so much. We're going to cut it now. If
Thank you.
not live here.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Lexi. This is the best partner in the world. Thank you so much, Freedom. Thank you so much, Emmy, Iridim. Thank you so
You
much,
can follow
Amaka
me on
and
Instagram.
Amke. Thank you
Why
so
do you
much,
have a partner? Be
Ken.
On all my social media
Thank you
platforms.
so much. Please, I will attach their social media handles so you can follow them on Instagram,
Thank you.
Facebook, social media. If you do you want me to give them your WhatsApp number?
Yeah,
I can give them.
I
You
need
can
contract.
patronize
You want to
it.
learn
Yeah,
crypto,
it's
you
a-
want to learn
it's a-
trading,
yeah,
you want
yeah,
to
yeah,
learn
yeah.
My
Patronize
business
her.
actually.
You can.
She's a baker.
He makes
He makes good
beats.
sounds and is a good
He's a
writer.
photographer.
I'm a
photographer.
tutor,
And
I
he's a
teach
bully.
also.
Don't limit me.
Pom
I
pom.
can make money.
All right, guys, we are out. Love you
Yes,
guys.
I
See you
teach
next
you
time.
in case you want to learn.
Everything's
Not to bully someone.
everything's text.